Yes,
Okay, yes, I'm starting and make sure we're going live. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we definitely live, and I want everybody. We are live on the what is that?
On
YouTube?
X, YouTube,
and then we get this message out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So let's see what it takes us today. But it's time we expose these feminazis that are telling you to just vote for the Democrat Party. But nothing in return now. I mean, they're not telling you anything you have coming. It's just you had better vote for the Democrat Party because, once again, the Republican is a racist. I mean, don't we deserve more than you just telling us that we should just go along with what you're saying just because you say the person is racist? I mean, what are you bringing to the table to the people? What do you have to offer the people besides Trump is a racist? Or, I mean, just think of all the different people who have ran for president. And just remember back when they ran and the Democrat Party simply said, because I said that they are racist, then you should just vote for me. I mean, vote for our candidate, our Democrat candidate, whether it's John McCain or just think of some of the people who ran for office. And the Democrat Party told you just automatically just vote because we said the person is racist. No, it's 2026, and we want more than you just telling us that we should go along to get along just because you said somebody is racist. And so we're here today to expose these feminazis, these fascists, these dictators. And then whenever you push back on them, they play the, you're attacking a woman. Well, no, you're not women. You're very hateful, mean, maniacal, disrespectful, feminist females. Feminazis, to be exact. And so we're going to open the space up. We see we got Ellis in. Let me look at the bottom because I know we got a couple spies. I want to make sure the spies are here. I mean, what would a space be without spies? We need spies. Come on in, spies. And want the spies to come in also. They're welcome to come in. And y'all share the live, share the space, whatever you want to call it. We need to have this conversation for the next, say, hour and a half. What you got for us, Ellis? You want to come up and speak on this? So I'm going to keep sharing the space and get some others in here.
And while you share the and while you share the space, Mark, I want to introduce you all. You know, it's me again. This is Consuelo of Freedman, right? The Freedman channel. And let's talk politics. Today, I am standing in solidarity again. I have on my Chicago Flips Red because we got Mark King Carter up in here, and we know he all about representing Chicago. So with that, I'm gonna do the live along with the space. And what we're going to do today, we're gonna do something a little different, right? Because we're teaming up. I'm gonna highlight some actual factual information so that anybody that is saying that we are lying, no, we got the documentation for you. We just don't talk. We like to educate our people, right? So I'm gonna bring in some things as Mark talks and whomever comes to the stage and whatever they have to say. But at the end of the day, we're going to highlight how Democrats is a party of feminazis, illegals, and pedo protection party. Okay? So three topics, three of the type of individuals we are running into via the Democratic Party that want to tell you how to vote and then want to tell you that it's okay for illegal aliens and criminals to come to this country and you are not supposed to speak on anything. When we have laws, we have a constitution, they don't even apply. Hold on now. I have to show where the past presidents have done exactly what President Trump is doing right now. So I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to share my screen because I already got it up, and then we're going to get into it. We'll get back into it. We do have people coming to the stage, and I'm happy that more people are waking up to the play. They playing with us. The Democratic Party.
I'm trying to get Ellis up. I don't know what's happening.
I'm already here.
Okay, you up. Okay.
Okay, go ahead, Ellis, and then I'm going to get ready to share my screen.
Yep,
go
yep.
ahead. Mm-hmm.
So what do you got to the topic, Ellis? What do you think about the topic and the things that we said? I mean, what do you think about it?
Well, I mean, first of all, I know the character, Nikki Barnes, and already the script that she's running. But, you already know that's what they're going to do. They're trying to get more, back entrenched in the Black community, especially online, and trying to control the narrative. So they played the whole, the Democrats wasn't really helping us, so we got to do our own thing. And then now, as you see, they're back to the same old vote blue no matter who. So there's been no change. There's been no new Black Democrat person out there, right? Let's look from 5 years ago. It's the same ones. It's the exact same ones. There's no new rising star in the Black community when it comes to Democrats. There's nobody. We got a few, we got a lot of them on this side, you know what I mean? And we got a lot of people who are just speaking out, and they're in the middle, you know what I mean, or independent. So it's the same tactic that they've been using for years, man. And the Democrats, they don't want to see nothing new, though, because a lot of them are already, they're talking about problems that they can't explain themselves. They'll talk about Black women's health, or they'll, which are real problems, but they can't tell you how it relates to them personally. So, they're just speaking talking points, man. A lot of these people online are just, they're fake, man. They're just repeating stuff that they're being told to repeat.
So, Ellis, are you saying that these people are trained to come amongst us and mislead and misguide our people?
I think there's a this is the crazy thing. There's a very, very, very few amount of them that are actually trained to go and talk. And then those very few are like the Mario Narfels or whatever, those guys, the Ed, I don't even know their names because I mute them. I think Kissinger or something like that. Those are the big Democrat shields operatives. They're trained, right? The rest of these dudes, they're not getting paid, which I would respect them more if they was getting paid. They're not getting paid. They're not using it to get a foot in their own community, right? They're not using it to network or to try to get themselves in a position of some type of influence in their own political circles. They're just on here talking and repeating something that these larger accounts are saying, and they're resharing it. They're not coming with no new angles or anything. So I just think a lot of people, they want to appear like they're doing something, but they're really not.
Okay. Well, we know Nikki Barnes is she's an actual DNC individual.
Exactly.
And she claims to know politics. But since she claims to know politics, we're going to play something right now. I want you all to listen to this, what President Clinton said. This is a montage of the presidents that spoke about immigration. So let's listen to this.
All Americans numbers of aliens illegal aliens who are arrested.
Okay. I just wanted to put that in there because you all know that is President. Those are Presidents Clinton and Obama. Okay? They're Democrats. Just wanted to put that out there. So go ahead. What do you all think about that? You just heard two past presidents, Democrat presidents, stating illegals must go, and then they're dangerous. So why is the Democratic Party right now fighting for illegal aliens to remain on this soil and telling you need to acknowledge or adjust to what they're doing? Y'all, okay. We got some more. Anybody want to talk about it? Ellis, what are your thoughts? Let's talk about it. I got another clip for you. Let's talk about Nancy Pelosi.
I can barely hear that. You can turn it up a little bit.
Oh.
Hear a little bit in the back.
Oh, anybody else? Y'all couldn't hear it? Okay. So you asking me to play it again? Because I'll play it again. I thought y'all could hear it. Hold on. I'll play it again because this is what I'm talking about. Like, we don't remember, we don't have all of this data, this information about these past presidents speaking on immigration, part of the Democratic Party. Speaking on illegal immigration. Okay, so
hey, are y'all there? Because I can't hear y'all. I can't hear y'all if y'all still there.
I can hear you.
Me? Yeah, we're here. You hear me?
Can you hear us, King?
Damn, I can't hear that.
And he started.
Consuelo, are y'all there?
Yep, we're here.
Can y'all hear me? Because I can't hear y'all. I can't hear y'all if y'all there.
We are here, King.
Y'all go ahead. Maybe it'll come back in, but right now I can't hear. I can't hear nobody.
Okay.
I see y'all can hear me, but I can't hear y'all.
Hey, what's up, man? How you living?
Okay. I can hear you, Negro. Ellis, can you speak? Let me see if I can hear you and Consuelo.
Yeah, can you hear me, King?
Yeah, I hear everybody.
I can't hear y'all.
So
I can hear you, Negro.
Maybe I should drop down and come back up. Let's see.
Damn, what happened?
Okay, so you all were in a space. I'm working with Mark as he has a space. So I'm gonna go back in. Maybe I should drop down and come back up. And I want to a part of this live is I want to show everybody. He wanted to hold a space with people in the space to talk about what we're actually seeing online in X.
You hear me, Negro? Or Nashima, you guys hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, man.
Okay.
Can you hear them? Can you hear them?
Yeah, I hear them. Yeah, I hear them.
Yeah, I hear them.
Okay, because I can't hear them.
Here to compete with us, that's shoot, and I agree. And I know that, and I think a lot of us knew that.
Okay. All right. Now, can you hear me, Mark?
Yes.
But Mark, I wonder if Mark can hear me. If not, then I'll probably just drop.
I can hear you. I can hear you, but I want to know if the listeners can hear me.
I think they can. Can you all hear Mark? Ellis says he can. Yes. Okay.
All right. So, and the listeners, can the listeners hear me? Okay. Each woke. Okay, y'all can hear me? Okay, cool. So I don't know what happened, but I guess we're back. Alice, can you speak?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, Alice.
Maybe he needs to drop down and come back like I did, because I could hear, and I dropped down and come back. But while he does that, we're going to Nancy Pelosi.
Oh, let me ask Negro. Negro, can you hear me?
Yeah, plays up.
Let's go. All right, let's go.
Yeah. I see that you take Negro. I like the title. But I'm getting run down on TikTok saying that the Negro red pill over here, some crazy stuff, man. So
that's all right. We good. We good. I'm going over there after this space. I'm going over there because we're going to have to put out to this. But go ahead, Consuelo, play the clip. Now, y'all, is all these Democrats who were staunch anti-immigration, anti-immigrant politicians as long as they were in power, but now that Trump is doing the same thing. Oh, it's this. He's a racist and xenophobe and everything else that goes along with that insanity. But see, as long as they say it, and as long as they say, you do this and you do it, then you okay. But when they say you go against something, then you're supposed to go against it. And so the FemiNazis and the head of the FemiNazis, Nikki Barnes, is back here again, saying, just because I said so, you better vote Democrat. And so they have a space that's coming up Friday where they all are going to come in and what they call run us down for whatever that's worth. But we want to, for the next 2 days, we want to, get ready. We want them to get ready to run us down. We want them to have all the information that they need. And after she played these couple of clips, I'm going to tell y'all some things that happened last night where I smoked Nikki Barnes' ass out. She didn't realize that I was antagonizing her and having her expose information. But and that's how slow she is, because that's what that feminism does to you. It makes you rebellious enough to get yourself shot and killed, all kind of crazy shit, like the lady did up there in Minnesota. But go ahead.
Okay, so they're asking me to replay the presidents when they were speaking, right? So give me a moment. I'm gonna go to. I have Nancy Pelosi up now, so let me go with Nancy Pelosi. Let's see if she's still there. Oh, hold on, I lost it. I gotta go to my bookmarks. Okay, we can go back. Oops. Okay. We can go back to the presidents. Let's see if I can get the presidents back. I'm gonna stop sharing. Okay, I had it set up, you all, for I played one, but here we go. Bookmarks. Let's go to it. We'll play. I'll go with the presidents, and then we'll get back into it. Okay, here we go. It's a little slow, you all, maybe because I have all my windows up, but here we go. We're going to share screen again, and we'll replay. Hopefully you all can hear in the space. If you can't, then it's out there on the internet. I will put the clips in the on the channel, so you can always retrieve them on the channel. And we'll get to Nancy Pelosi after that. Okay.
So as y'all can see, ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I don't know. I think. Okay. I'm gonna stop sharing that into the Nancy Pelosi. But go ahead, Mark. You had something to say?
Yes. I just want to, recap from last night on Re-Up Space, where you had Nikki Barnes and the FemiNazis, and you got a lot of them, gay and straight, male and female, but they all have one thing in common, and that is at the end of the day, no matter what they're speaking on, they are saying to you that you had better just vote for the Democrat Party. Now, if the Democrat Party is delivering resources, I mean, that may be an option for some of our people, right? It may be a thing to do. But to tell people to just vote for the Democrat Party because the other party's candidate is racist, that's not enough. You ran that game on our parents. You won't run that game on us. It ain't going to happen. And we're going to keep putting the message out there. And so the lady, Jesse what or whatever her name is, I'll put it in the chat. She's getting ready to have a space in which I want her to have the space. As a matter of fact, I'm going to share the space so everybody can come in. It's a space where she's going to have against myself and Dion because she is so slow. She literally said it in the heading, right, that they need to get us off the app because we're a psyop telling the people to not vote for the Democrat Party. Now, at no point is she saying that you should vote for the Democrat Party because this and that and the other resources are going to come to you. She's not saying that these tangibles are going to be demanded or whatever. She's saying just vote for the Democrat Party. Now, when I asked people to vote for Trump, I told people over and over again that the position that Trump was taking was beneficial to us in terms of him attacking the unions as well as immigration. And I said that over and over and over again. So y'all know why I was saying to not go with the Democrat Party in the last election. But these people think that it's as simple as saying time and time again, election after election, because we said that John McCain or whatever candidate is running as racist, then you had better vote for the Democrat Party. Well, the days are long gone. We're not going to just go along to get along. We're not going to let you dictate to us and tell us the person is racist and you better go along with it. And if you don't go along with it, we're going to accuse you of being all these different things. We're going to accuse you of being anti-black, anti-woman, homo, all of this crazy shit that they come with because you won't go along to get along. Now, last night in Re-Up Space, y'all, and I'm glad that the young sister, my black is in the room because I mean, before Nikki even knew who she was, the young lady asked Nikki, well, I'm listening to you. Well, what can you do to help me start a business, and Nikki just went off on the young lady. And so I even asked Nikki that, I can understand, I'm a man, you don't like men, black men. And so, okay, cool. You wouldn't help a black man. So I'm not going to even ask you to help black men, but this is a young lady, probably young enough to be your daughter or little sister or whatever. Why did you go off on her versus responding to her with the help that she was asking for? And so that made her go even crazier. And the young lady went on to keep asking her, ma'am, can you help me? And then she got to the extremes where she said, and where she cussed Nikki Barnes' ass out because Nikki Barnes has been very disrespectful to her. But initially, she asked her very respectful to assist her. And Nikki, along with Rashida, the other FemiNazis, and the ones that were in the chat and that were coming off their mic and, and throwing up hundreds for Nikki. And I mean, they all were just being the evil mammies that they are. Now, make no mistake about it. I love black women. But also make no mistake about it, I have absolutely no respect for that feminist ideology. And you can be a member of my family, and you will find out that I don't respect that shit. You're not going to shame me into it. You're not going to embarrass me into it. You're definitely not going to intimidate me into going along to get along with that shit. No different than a black woman calling herself a feminist, or a black man calling himself LGBT. You're not going to force me into going along and get along with those ideologies. Those are not our ideologies as a people, and it's not our culture. So I don't have to respect it. And I don't care if it come in the form of a cousin. I don't care if it come in the form of a female. You come up on me with that shit, I'm gonna look at you as a nigga vampire. And y'all know how it goes. If a nigga vampire bites your mama or daddy, that ain't your mother or father no more. And you had better stick a stake in their heart, because they're gonna bite you and turn you to a nigga vampire. And so all this impersonating black people, but all the time you a nigga vampire, we're gonna expose you. Go ahead, Negro.
Yeah, one of the things I have talked about on this app, and you guys got to be careful of, is mommy boy politics. And what I mean by mommy boy politics is that because of the prison industrial complex have taken out our fathers and stuff of that nature, you have mothers that are ruling the house to a certain extent, right? My bad, got a phone call. They're ruling the house, and now they're using that leverage socially. And one of the things I observed on TikTok, and you guys can verify it, where it's younger black men giving agency to middle-aged black women pushing democratic policies. And you guys have ran, I think because the reparations movement has been so heavy on X, we have ran all these other ideologies off this app to go to other places where they're able to multiply, they're able to galvanize, right? And TikTok is one of those apparatuses, one of those apps. And if you do have a conservative view in the guise of that black men should lead, these women will automatically deem you red pill, and they're going to shame you. And then on top of that, try to ostracize you and target you. And it's to the point that now it's very dangerous to a certain extent, where you get these baby, I call it, mommy boy politic enforcers that come up on the app. Mommy boy politic enforcers that are trying to act as agency on behalf of these type of women. So our work is going to be cut out on TikTok. And from my perspective, they're trying to galvanize on TikTok to come back over here. But these are the same women, men, or whatever they might be, that once Elon Musk took over this app, that's when they left to go over to TikTok to run with that liberal nonsense. And it's to the point that it's very toxic. So, hey, Mark, let me know if you're on there active, tag a brother, because there is a lot of people that are anti-black man on that app. Heterosexual anti-black man. And they're at all different levels of professions. You have doctors all the way to the average man. You also got the LBG, whatever they are, the Skittle Bag community, the Shamebo community. It's a deep issue where the hatred of black men is actually sad, man.
Well, I'm just going to say that is not the majority of our collective, especially as a Black American Negro freedman woman. Hence the reason why I am making sure that the FemiNazis, along with Mark King Carter here, are exposed. I do not subscribe to any of that. What they say, how they act. I am doing this live with Mark today to show our people the psyops and how they are basically abusers. This is the party, the Democratic Party is the party of feminazis, illegal pedos or pedos, protection, and also destroying the Black American Negro family. They have been at the cusp, and at everything in our history has been a part of the Democratic Party attempting to destroy us, right? And now you have someone like Nikki Barnes that is not us. She's not a freedman, you know, and she is now masquerading under our ethnicity, our ethnonym, and our identity, which is fraud. And she is speaking as if she is one of us. And many of them are doing that in our politics. And that is a major problem.
Also, and we need to have a law on the books that calls for it to be indicted and convicted as fraud.
Yes, I agree.
We push back on this stuff. We don't allow people to just do whatever they want to do without being held accountable. These things need to be literally brought up on charges. These people need to be brought up on charges. Everything about them is fraud. And I want to send you that video clip of the young lady that somebody put it up, and I shared it this morning, where the young lady who's running for office is exposing this Jamaican guy who was posing as a Black American. This should be criminal. We need to make sure that this becomes criminal. These acts become criminal where they are impersonating our people. We cannot afford to allow this to happen. But go ahead, finish what you're saying. Because I just want to make sure that when you said fraud, that on that next point you brought out, that's fraud also.
Well, yeah, and right now you heard the president state that they will be denaturalizing, deporting, prison, which is slavery, for those that commit fraud. We should make sure that this present president understands that we have many that are walking around utilizing identity, which is fraud. Ilhan Omar, fraud. She wanted to claim that she was a Black woman. You are not. No, she's not. Right?
But you know, I love those videos that you sent me showing all those Democrats. And I never really even paid attention to all those different Democrats that were speaking against immigration. And now all of a sudden, it's like it's acceptable. I mean, did they think we forgot? I mean, are we slow or something that we just forgot that they were going on and not just speaking against immigration? They were educating us.
Yes.
About the harmful effects of immigration. And so don't even play any of the thing that Trump said. No, play everything you play today would be coming from the Democrat Party. So you all would know and understand that these very people who are telling you now to not only vote for the Democrat Party, but to accept and help at the expense of our children, the very immigrants that they were going against. How do you justify that? How do you justify for years? And as a matter of fact, last night I said to Nikki, Nikki, out of your mouth, you said that Barack Obama deported more immigrants than Trump. I said, but did not Joe Biden bring back triple the amount that Obama was said to have deported? Oh, that's a lie. I said, what do you mean that's a lie? It was high news that 10 to 11 million illegals were allowed to flood into this country under Joe Biden. You said that Barack Obama deported 3 million. So what do you mean that it's a lie that Joe Biden let triple the amount and some back into the country? So it's once again this because I said so. Because the Democrat Party said so. And because they shot this lady, you better vote for the Democrat Party, which essentially translates into what, y'all? That you voting for more immigrants. See, don't let what happened in this situation take you away from the core mission. And that is for you to vote Democrat for the flooding of more immigrants in this country. And that was part of the conversation, you know, when I was saying that excessive amounts of illegals walked into this country under Joe Biden. And once again, oh, you're lying. That's a lie. What do you mean it's a lie, Nikki Barnes? You and Rashida, what game do y'all think that y'all running? See, I know for a fact that America is always going to let in, and I want y'all to hear me clear on this part. I know for a fact that it will always be a certain amount of immigrants let into this country, whether they're H-1B visa illegals, visa legal, or a certain amount of illegals. That's going to happen. But when you are letting come into that's excessive and end up with us losing our children. We cannot afford to let this happen to our babies. And I say this to each and every one of you all. Your babies and grandbabies. Don't just go along and any information. Look that shit up. Don't take my word for it. Go do your research. Go do your research on the things that I'm saying, because I want you to have the truth. And then two, man, it works against the interests of my babies just as well as yours. So it's in their best interest to give you the right information. I want you to look it up. But go ahead.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Mark. I'm gonna play it because this is acting Yankee today. My internet, but I'm gonna get it back to it, and I want y'all to hear it. This is Nancy Pelosi.
Something we can't talk. Administration section. We are security. All that we must do is we have
Okay, y'all hear that?
If you listen, let me say this, right? Because something just caught my attention. Not only was she calling for mass deportations, she said lock up. No, I agree with that. Make no mistake about it. I agree that the corporate heads who hire illegals should be prosecuted. But she went to the extreme, and now all of a sudden, where's this? Did they get amnesia or something? Did the Democrat Party get amnesia? It was more extreme on illegal immigrants than Bill Clinton. And man, people really need to hear the things that him and Joe Biden and all of them were saying about illegal immigrants and all this. But now that Trump is pushing it, now he's a racist. Well, what were you when you were pushing it, Nancy Pelosi? What were you, Bill Clinton, when you were pushing it? What were you, Joe Biden, when you were pushing it? You know what I mean? Are they saying that the sister down in California was a racist when she was pushing it and working for Bill Clinton? I can't think of her name, but I know y'all know her name. But I just forget it. It slipped my mind. What's her name down there that was really pushing against immigration? Anybody remember that lady's name?
You said where?
Down in California. What was the sister name in California who was pushing against? She was working for Bill Clinton at the time. I think she was a congressman or.
No, you talking about, if you're talking about Barbara Jordan, she's out of Texas.
Out of, okay.
She's
Barbara
out of
Jordan. No. What's that, Barbara Jordan?
Yeah, Barbara Jordan was out of Texas. She did all the work to revamp the immigration policies that we have in this country, and they never adopted it. They never pushed the legislation.
Okay. So those that are in listeners, come up, tell them, especially the women. I want to hear from the women in the space, and you know, with responses to what y'all think about this feminazi culture that's on this app and that is in our communities. And for the most part, you know, you got a lot of them that are illegal immigrants or immigrants, period, posing and cosplaying as Black Americans, starting with the feminazi, the head of the feminazis, Nikki Barnes. Okay, so come up, tell us what y'all think, speak on it. My Black, I want you to come up and just you know, give your submission, because this is the young lady I told y'all that was asking Nikki Barnes for assistance, and before Nikki Barnes knew who she was or even knew that the young lady had been in spaces with us and we've been helping the young lady, she went off on this little sister. And so my question to her was, why you couldn't help her? I mean, what made you just turn on her like this? And this is a young lady. We know you don't like men, so quite naturally you're not going to help men. But this is a young lady, and clearly her voice lets you know that she's probably young enough to be your little sister or your daughter. And you and Rashida, evil mammy asses, y'all went off on this little young lady. She had every right to push back and cuss y'all ass out, because y'all totally disrespected her when she, in all due respect, came and asked for assistance. And so the days are long gone where all that mean and evil, maniacal rhetoric, when you don't go along to get along and just do what they say. The days are long gone where the people are just going along to get along. It's not going to happen. We don't owe it to you to just do as the fuck you say. Who the hell are you, Nikki Barnes? Who are you, Rashida? Who do y'all think y'all are? That y'all can talk and treat people the way that y'all do.
Mark, we're gonna do that one more time. Let me see.
Wait, can I chime in before I head out to work? Because there's a couple of things I want to let out before I dip out in regards to these topics that you guys have. So first things first, like I have talked about, I call it melanin material misrepresentation. And that's when people are saying that they're Black American in order to get unearned benefits, both politically, socially, and etc. But just on the melanin side of the game, we need to be also worried about on the Caucasian side of the game too. You have women like Nikki Haley. This woman's a full-fledged Indian woman, downplaying slavery reparations and stuff like that. And this heifer's from India. Just because you got your nose broken and your hair dyed to a brunette, don't make you a white woman. You're still an Indian woman with a fractured nose, right? So these are some of the things I've talked about in my book as to why we need to be on both sides of the game. No matter what color they come in. A lot of people is out here cosplaying their ethnicity groups. And they're doing that to get what they feel is to get ahead in society and to look out for themselves. So it's not just the melanin side of the game that we have to be worried about on that. We also have to be worried about the other types, because they are engaging in fraud. They are engaging in deception. They are engaging in impersonation, right? That was the reason why I wrote my book, Delineationology, in the first place. Coming at it from afar, how to punish, how to identify. Because I do want to see laws actually be designed in order to protect our community and also protect the public at large. Because these individuals are making decisions that not just impact Black America, they're also impacting America and also what America should be from a historical standpoint.
Bro, and Negro, you need to. I'm gonna play this clip. I want Consuelo to play this clip to what you're speaking on. You got to hear this, right? And watch how mad this Jamaican gets because the Black American sister exposed that he was Jamaican, right? Oh, he tried to turn it into, oh, you disrespected my family and all this kind of shit. You know what I mean? But she broke it down, man, and you could tell that she hit the heart of his impersonating, right? The way he responded, and he came back with that male chauvinism, that male chauvinist. He said everything, but you know, he went there. He went there, bro. And he didn't know that she was gonna come with that angle, but she fucked his ass up when she did that. But I want you to hear this before you leave. So, Consuelo, I'm gonna send it to you right quick.
Okay. And,
do you have it already, Consuelo, or do I need to send it to you?
You need to send it because I have to upload it in a way. Send it to me on the back channel, and then I can write directly to it.
And everybody, y'all got to hear this. Listen to what she said to him and the way that he responded, and it speaks to exactly what you're saying, Negro. Watch this.
Okay. Can you all hear that? Okay, I'm gonna go to the video that Mark has sent me. I was trying to replay that one. Let's see if we can get this video of what Mark has sent me so you all can see that.
Oh, no, we can hear Nancy Pelosi real good.
Oh,
we can hear her. We heard her real good.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we heard her.
All right. So where's your you sent it to me in the back channel?
Yeah, I just back channeled it to you. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna go low.
Now I want to say this to us in this space. Do not forget, at the end of the day, even though they're trying to tell you how bad ICE is and some of the things that ICE is doing is some bogus shit. Oh, they're definitely doing some bogus shit. Now, I would agree. But at the core and at the end of the day, Nikki Barnes, the FemiNazis, the LGBT, the so-called don't say nothing about us, or you're going to be anti-Semitic. At the core of these people, they're still telling you to go along with those who are here to replace you. They're going. Last night in the space, they spoke on what was that they said that they're going to be organizing around. Do you remember, Consuelo? They said that they were going to be organizing around, not radicalizing. Oh man, what was that word that they said? How did they say that they were going to do it? Damn, I forgot. But anyway, they did a lot of exposing the agenda of the Democrat Party, and that lets me know that people like Nikki Barnes is really working with the Democrat Party for things for her and her crew and those that are in the in crowd, in the circles, right? Mm-hmm. And she even said last night, I mean, it blew my mind that she said that she works hand in hand with the Republican boy, the immigrant Republican boy, and that they're friends and some things they don't agree politically on, but this is her friend, and she makes money with him and all of that. That guy, I think he's Jamaican also, the one that's running for governor.
Byron Donalds?
Byron Donalds, yes. She said this last night. She was, oh man, she was so hostile and trying to one-up me and didn't realize that I was intentionally antagonizing her, and she was coming out with more and more information. She's not very smart at all. And she was exposing herself. And she got so upset when I started breaking down how the dollars flow to these politicians in response to them voting against our interests, whether it be the unions, whether it be big business who are donating to the candidates as well as the unions, and then translating. And she really didn't want me to speak on this part, which was I'm gonna give it to y'all in the 3 steps. So they first give the contracts to the insiders, the political insiders. It don't matter if you're white, black, Hispanic, whatever, right? The contracts only go to the same people who are part of the Democrat Party, right? So when you put in for bids, you can never win a bid. And you see in these same companies year after year, how do you year after year win the contracts? Well, that's because they're political insiders. And then those same contractors or those unions donate money to who? To the black politicians. In this case, we were talking about Milwaukee with the guy Orlando that was in the space. And so once they donate the money to the black politicians then run cover and for the unions who are discriminating against black people. Well, those same dollars that the unions donated, now whether they're actual dollars that they contributed to the black politicians or in-kind donations. But in this part, we're speaking on the actual dollars, right? Because see, the unions would do in-kind donations, which means they'll hit the streets and pass out your literature for you that they had put together. But then also you can take in contributions that you can then spend with whatever, just say printer you want to spend the money with. Now, out of her mouth, she said that, yes, the black Democrats are going to spend their monies with printers that have the union bug on the bottom of that literature. Now, let that sink in, y'all. Now, here it is. You got black politicians who can spend the money with black printing companies, but if those black printing companies are not part of the printers union, they're not allowed to do business with black people. Now, she literally went off her rockers when I started breaking that down. She didn't want the guy Orlando nor the rest of the people in the space to know how that bullshit works. And so she just started disrupting me, period. I mean, every time I went to say it, she was just being just totally disrespectful, right? And so I wanted him to know that I would show him how to look up who's funding these black Democrats in Milwaukee. And then I was also wanted to show him who they're spending the dollars with. Now, let me say this, and then I'll get back to Consuelo or one of you all that want to speak. Let me explain this to y'all. If all those black politicians decided in this election cycle that they're going to take, just say $500,000 and spend it combined literature, whether it be door knockers, posters, yard signs, whatever they want to spend it on, they're going to spend $500,000 in this election cycle. Do you all know that they can literally give a contract to a brand new startup printing company to buy the equipment as well as print the signs and everything? This is the kind of power that these people have. But what are they doing? They're spending it with everybody but black people. And because you're not joining the white union, the guy Orlando said that all of the black elected officials up there made it public that they were only spending money getting their literature made by one company, and that one company was a white guy who was not only in the union but part of the leadership of the printers union. And I couldn't say this last night because she was making sure that she didn't let that come out. See, she didn't know that I noticed all this kind of shit. As a matter of fact, and I'm going to put it out there on the table, she doesn't know that I ran for city council. She thinks that I'm just a guy that been to jail and I'm just on the app talking shit. But if she was smart, she could have looked it up and saw that I actually ran for city council twice.
I want to see her come in this space. I want to see if she comes in this space. But here's the clip you were talking about. Let's see.
As soon as you said that you were a Jamaican American, and immediately led your relationship to this country. And so, because your relationship to this country is from you and everything you're feeling wanted through the slave trade, I'm going to say that is not true.
Okay, I can hear. Can you all, none of them can hear the space?
I can hear.
Okay. Mark, are you there?
Can I respond to that before I dip out? I vote on that case, but I have a lot to say about that. Just for a couple of minutes. First things first, that man is obstructing her First Amendment right to address any type of grievance that she had with the United States. This man was obstructing her right as an American, first and foremost. Second of all, that man is also gatekeeping resources. This is what these immigrants have been doing. Once they get, just like a Nikki Barnes, they'll get into these positions of authority underneath the guise of blackness and pan-Afro-economics and other things that I've talked about in these type of fraud schemes that are dangerous, that has genocidal consequences to our people. Because these people like a Byron Donalds will say that we don't need no reparations and shit like that, right? And that's where it becomes very deadly, very dangerous, where they're denying our basic human rights to get redress here in America, which is our constitutional right. Like these things that they're doing is egregious, and it's damn near acts of war. Because when you
notice how it ticked him off. It ticked him off that she exposed that he was Jamaican. Why? Why do you think it ticked him off?
Because he said it in front of the white.
His attempt was to impersonate himself as a Black American to get people to vote for him. And so when she came out and exposed it, he exploded. He exploded. How dare you expose that I'm here with this trickery and deceit and this fraudulent campaign that I'm running, saying that I'm a Black man. Yeah, she exposed his ass. And that's why he went crazy like that.
Well, it's deeper than that, Brother Mark. The thing is, he exposed them in front of the white donors. The white donors know, and indirectly, they know that this man is not a Black man, right? They know that, and they're trying to pass it on to the Black community as such. But some of the white people who may not know the difference at large, now they're looking at it as like, yes, you have white people that vote Democrat or Republican just because they're on the ticket, right? Or they'll just endorse the party because they just support the party. Now, when they see this man who's faking and lying about these type of things, right? Lying about who he is, they're more inclined to pull back and rescind on their funding, right? Especially in a public setting such as that, because they don't want to have the bad press. They don't want to have the bad publicity behind that type of situation. I find it very crazy that this man was not even walked out in handcuffs. You can't impersonate a Native American where anybody can impersonate a Negro. Anybody. You got even Chinese people like doing K-pop or whatever, impersonating Negroes. So, like, it's stuff like that gets me really upset because we don't see this as criminal behavior, but it is.
But see, those of us that do see it as criminal, we must begin to organize and educate, because see, it's not first nature for most who are not political to even, go to the next extreme and pay attention to it the way that we do. And so it's on us to educate and inform our people as to who these people are and what they're doing and how they're operating. And then so because she intentionally exposed him just like he intentionally was cosplaying, he literally lost his cool, right? And so you got to remember, these people come from countries where some of them as men are not allowed to speak. So they're definitely not allowing the women to speak up. And so they have a problem with Black American women speak in this country. And people like Nikki Barnes, about her being an immigrant and her being a Democrat and her being a FemiNazi, she shows you every single time that she has the same mindset. If you don't go along with what the fuck she says, she will go crazy. She will literally bite your head off and try to use all type of tactics. The innocent woman. You're disrespecting a woman. Or she comes with all types of game, but that shit don't work on me. It don't work on me with the motherfucking women in my family when I see that shit in them. So, I'm not going along with that feminist ideology. My mama can't get them and push that feminist ideology on me. I ain't going for that shit. So I respect black women that respect black culture and the black family. But if I smell any of that feminist shit on your ass, you goddamn right, I ain't got nothing but disrespect for your ass. You can take it however the fuck you want to take it. Just like a black man pushing that LGBT shit. I don't have to respect no fucking white ideology that no motherfucker bring to me.
I just want to end off with this real quick, specifically about these women who support that white woman. None of these heifers that supporting that white woman right now, when our black sisters were getting their head cut off by white T-men, body parts can't be found, immigrants that murdered them out in Maryland and all types of crazy stuff, they sat there and didn't say a damn word. This woman broke the freaking law by trying to run over or doing something to that ICE officer that resulted in her getting pew-pewed and knocked down. That's not our problem. It's crazy how we will sit here and say, I'm not going to back the Haitians, right? But we won't put that energy on the white people. The white people need to sit there and protect that white woman if they have a problem ICE there. The white people need to get up and protest the quote-unquote injustice that they see. Stop coming to black people about your problems. Hold your damn nuts.
But see, we passed that part because we ain't doing shit. You don't even have to bring that up. We ain't going along with shit that we don't want to go along with. Okay. We don't know explanation, no apology for the way we're moving. And so some of these things, we don't have to rehash them. Hell no.
So Mark, you brought up
what? And black Americans who love immigrants so much that you would rather give the future to them and their children versus yours, you can leave when they leave. They should deport your motherfucking ass. Rather than killing her, they should have deported her ass. She should have been deported. And anybody who's engaging in those actions against ICE and its government in support of those Somalis who are stealing our money should be deported.
Well,
get them out of here.
Well, the president is looking at that. That's about to happen. He's stating the Somalians are going to be going. They've already started deporting them. But you were speaking about the union, right? Now this is a person that is a part of the DNC that is not even aware that the Democratic Party or the Biden-Harris administration in 2020 literally did a research on the state of Black America. And in that research, they have stated, you're talking about the union. Union membership reduces wages, differentials between blacks and whites. Was that not a topic of your conversation?
Without a doubt.
And here,
without a doubt. See, I was breaking all these things down, and that's why I keep summing it up. See, when we're speaking on this, keep it fresh on the head, hearts, and minds of our people, mainly our young people, that at the core of these, they're telling you to vote for your replacement. That's what this is about. They're going to crank this campaign up around the radicalization of people against Trump and this whole talk of racism, only to curtail it back around to vote for your replacement.
Right, but they
don't have a problem with these Somalis who stole all the taxpayers' money. They do not have a problem with that. They don't even want to discuss that. They don't even want to discuss that this guy was riding daycare to daycare, showing that there were no children in these daycares. They don't want to discuss that. It's do what the fuck we say. What can be more? Who can be more fascist than Nikki Barnes and these feminazis? Who can be more fascist than these different type of white liberal women? Who can be more fascist? Have y'all been paying attention to these people? They don't even want to hear that these Somalis are stealing our money. It's this what the fuck we said, and this is what you're going to go along with. Or we're going to play Karen and call the police on you and play victim like you threaten them, like you were violent. Pay attention to what these people are about and what they own. Pay attention to the Nikki Bonds that are on this app.
But Mark, we have to play.
On behalf of the agenda. She's not just on an app having conversations.
We need to play. We need to play the space in the room so people can hear what she was saying. I have put up the power and control wheel. I will keep saying it. The Democrats are abusers. They are criminals. They don't care. They're minimizing. They're denying. And they're blaming you. Disrespectful.
Very verbally abusive.
Yes.
You know, I can take it. I mean, you know, I'm a strong man. But when you take a young lady who asked the Nikki Bonds to show her the way, give her information, because Nikki was saying that I don't do it. Now, everybody knows on this app that I'm free to give information. And I've never asked people for anything. But the young lady asked her for information, and she went off on her. See, the Democratic Party is not about you upwardly mobilizing, going to the next level. The Democratic Party is about shut the fuck up and do what the fuck I said. Because I said so.
That's what they're about. The Democratic Party has always been violent towards us. The whole history of the Democratic Party they have not been anything but violent toward us. They may have settled down at some point in the 60s and the 80s or whatever, but think about it. They were still behind closed doors, making sure that immigrants came to this soil and retrieved your wealth, plundering all of your wealth, while telling you that they didn't have the money. They redline, they gentrification, all of that has still been under the Democratic Party.
Oh, and I said that last night in the space. At the end of the day, Nikki, we don't live in Republican cities. We live in Democrat cities. And every single year, those budgets have come down. And every single year, the vast majority of the people that you all have asked to vote for the Democratic Party did not benefit from those resources. Be it from the schools, the park districts, your transit authority, housing authority, the city in itself. All these different entities have different budgets. And our people are benefiting from it. She attempted to move the goalposts every time that I would come with the information. And, you know, I just let her know that, baby, you're not smart enough to move the goalposts on me. And you're not going to take and play me like a political football. I got way too many years in this game to be made a fool out of or muscled or intimidated by a goddamn sellout ass immigrant.
Well, I just want to throw this out there.
Half-white baby. On top of that, with a half-white baby.
There you go. There you go. She is not us. And then she even spoke about her husband getting a minority contract. Did she not? Yes. And he's not even a black man. He's not us. Another minority other. So that shows that she has no interest in really supporting the Black American community or freedmen community. It's just talk, right? Because it's all about action.
Where 27K goes? 27K, I see he was trying to speak. Where you go?
I don't know, but we should play what she was saying in this space. I think it's time for something what she was saying in this space.
We should play it. And, you know.
Yeah, well, I want to let the people know on the YouTube and X live that this is a picture of the individual we are talking about. Because I'm sharing my screen, but I'm going to go now to the video recording so you all can hear some of the things that she was saying and you can, what Mark is talking about, so you can put it together. But go ahead, Mark. You had someone else that wanted to come up and speak?
Yeah, 27K, I saw him come in. Go ahead, 27. Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
With them daycares, they were saying they wasn't allowing folks past the front desk with children. They were saying the men with masks didn't say that the daycares were empty. They said that they didn't allow them to see the kids. Unless you heard something different.
No, they were not allowed. There was no kids in the daycare.
There weren't any children in there. In the daycares. And then to go a step further, the Somalis, when they were requested, the records were requested by the Trump administration because they were being accused of running a fraud daycares. They said that the information was gone, and somebody had broke it and stole the information and all this whole kind of shit.
Yeah,
that's why he started reporting them. Okay, well, so now y'all have stole the money. We caught you trying to get the money out of the country, and now you saying that you're not going to give us the records. Okay, well, we're going to deport your ass then. So no, it was that they weren't showing them the children. There were no children to be shown.
Yeah, go back and look at it. There's plenty of videos. Okay, we're gonna play a little. Oh, my internet, you all. Let's see.
Yeah, it's breaking up a little bit. I mean, it's breaking up.
It might not play. Let me see. I'm gonna try anyway. So I'll pause. Let me stop sharing my screen and see. Go ahead, Mark. I'm gonna try to adjust because.
So again, y'all, no matter what's being discussed here, at the end of the day, whether it be the Epstein files or whatever, at the end of the day, the Democrat Party is telling you to essentially support more pedophilia, more immigration, and everything else that they're pushing that works against the interests of you and your children's future.
Mm-hmm.
Now, nobody can argue those points. They have not strayed away from their agenda. They're just waiting to get back in position so they can once again push the same shit they were pushing before they were taken out of the White House. Mm-hmm. You all are not paying attention in some cases that they're still pushing this stuff. And on your local levels, they're still business as usual. It's still business as usual. That's why we requested for ICE and the Border Patrol and all of them to come to this city. Because no matter what Trump was doing to minimize the impact of all these large groups of immigrants, they were still hell-bent on bringing more immigrants to the city. This goes for the governor, the mayor, and even these Black American elected officials locally who are looking the other way and not saying anything about it. And let me tell y'all case in point, right? LaShawn Ford is a friend of mine. I talked to him this morning. He's running for congressman. And he said, you know what, Mark? I'm not speaking on anything when it comes to immigration at this point. I'm not speaking up for them. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take and really change this thing. Because initially he was saying to me, well, we can speak on immigration and helping Black people in the same breath. But this morning, he changed the whole tune. I don't know what exactly happened, and I didn't really ask him to break it down. But he said that, look, I'm not speaking up for that stuff at all, man. And so look forward to the different moves that I'm about to make going into this campaign, because the primary is in March. And see, I got behind this guy because I know what he has done for Black people. Unlike a lot of these other Democrats. And that's the only reason why I'm supporting him, on top of him also being a friend of mine, right? But he was saying that he's been pushing the Black employment plan. He's pushed all type of legislation in support of the formerly incarcerated community. This dude has been a real staunch businessman / politician that has tried to fight and get different bills voted for on behalf of Black people. And this is long before this election came up for him to run for congressman. He's been doing it as state representative. So these are people that I would definitely support. And that's why I say that don't tell the people to go along with the Democrat Party without tangibles or resources. So just because you said Trump is a racist, that's the only reason why?
But Obama,
the people should vote?
Obama, when we were asking for something from Obama, did he give us anything? Biden and Harris, what did they give even though they retrieved the vote for the majority of Black Americans? Nothing. So why would we even consider voting for them anymore? What's the point?
And then why would you just vote just because Nikki Barnes say Trump is a racist? Trump is not running anymore. I mean, he's lamed up. But it's this because we said so mess that really just raised my antennas. And so I'm asking her, well, Nikki, what reason are you saying that the people should vote for the Democrat Party? Because all this, just because you said so, who the fuck do you think you are? Who the hell do you think you are? First of all, you're not even one of us. Well, people are saying that because I have a distinct look. I'm Creole.
What?
Ladies,
our Creole don't look like that.
You don't went from one extreme to the next. Now all of a sudden, you bringing up some shit about Creole. You ain't never said nothing about no goddamn Creole. So now you want to go to one extreme to the next, as long as you able to make a fool out of people to just go along to get along.
You know why she's saying she Creole, though, Mark? Mark, you know why she's saying she Creole?
By her being from Louisiana, she was laying it out. Asking, hey, what's your last name? Since you say you Creole, because I'm from Louisiana. And man, and they just went the fuck off on her. They went off on the young sister, and I just kept asking them. I just can't understand for the life of me. I know I'm a man and y'all hate men, but why y'all going off on her though? Why did y'all make her respond back to y'all in disrespect as older women? Well, I'm telling y'all why it happened that way. It happened that way because these people are fascist dictators. They are female versions of Hitler. This is who they are. And if you don't understand that who they are, and you go along with this shit, you're going to find yourself on the bottom of the totem pole. You're going to find your children on the bottom of the totem pole. You're going to find yourself being pushed out more and more of these Black American majority cities for people like her, which are immigrants. That is going to happen to you. And so I want Willie Dynamite to come up here. Come on up here, Willie Dynamite. I want you to come and co-host with me because, you know, Willie is one of the ones who taught me the difference between saying New York and New York City. He broke it all down to me that no, the immigrants are in New York City. And even when I tried to bring that up, you know, people would argue with me. So I was hoping that somebody like Willie would come in those different spaces and say to them what he was saying to me. Because I didn't know. I'm not from New York City. But thank you, Willie. And come on up here and come on in the house. There you go. Willie Dynamite in the house. Go ahead, Willie.
Yeah, what's happening, Mark?
What's going on, man? All right.
Yeah, I see y'all dealing with Nikki Barnes and her what she said she was. She said she was the feminazis. Yeah, we packed them up. We packed them up like years ago. She was running around talking about her husband ain't white. He's Caucasian. I say Caucasian. She was saying he was Cajun and all this old nonsense. She's so full of shit. She know better. And then on top of that, she was working.
Was she a Creole back then? Because all of a sudden now she's a Creole. Was she Creole back then?
To be honest with you, I believe she's some type of Bahamian. Honestly, if I'm using my experience in gauges, I think she's some type of Bahamian and she's hiding it.
I mean, I can see that. I mean, being from Florida, you know, you can tell what people are based on the region that they live in. And so when you go down there and I mean, not even just so much going down there. Take Luke, for example. On first glance, you would think that he's a Black American, you know, due to his music music career history and all of that. But when you get to the core of him, he's definitely Bahamian and admits that he is. But Haitian or Cuban and all these types of you know, ragtag groups. But go ahead.
No, but this is here's the thing about particular when you talk about Caribbeans that are from these U.S. territories, they have a total different insight than the rest of the Caribbean. It's like the same dynamic between Puerto Ricans and the rest of the Latinos. They don't have the same insight on the United States as other people do. They literally think that they are much as American when it comes to Black Americans. This is why she's all over our politics. Once again, I don't think she's our people. I think she's alien. But when you listen to the way she speaks, she tries to embody this. In my opinion, it's a fake patriotic mindset from a democratic projection, which a lot of those people who come from these U.S. territories act. Puerto Ricans do the same exact thing. So usually their nationality first, or they try to play as their American first, but it's very watered down. So the mindset is that they're not immigrants as well. But
the one thing about it, you can look at them. See, we know, we don't care what part of the country our people live in. We can look at you and tell when you're one of us and when you're not. Mm-hmm. Hey, bro, let me tell you, bro. Mm-hmm. It may be in places like up there where y'all at in New York, where you have a lot of little mix Caribbean babies, you know, but here we know the difference. I mean, they don't have to say a word out of their mouth, and we know the difference. Mm-hmm.
No, we know too. We know.
I know y'all know about you being from up there, but I'm saying sometimes you know they'll play the little mix max baby and pushing their agenda. But up here, oh, we know these motherfuckers. Look, I just met a young lady, and I couldn't figure out where she was from, but I knew she wasn't one of us. That she wasn't a wholly one of us. And then she finally came out and said, yeah, my family is Hawaiian. You know what I'm saying? Hawaiian and Black American. I said, ma'am, I already knew. You didn't have to tell me a damn thing. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at your little pointy ass nose, the way your lips are made, and just the way that you just, I know you got some other shit, you know what I'm saying, going on in there.
But just let me just make this quick, and I'm a landmark and let everybody else do their thing. This is the whole thing that they do not understand. When it comes to immigrant groups, they are regionalized. This is why they always sit here and try to start these inner conflicts between our community regionally. They don't have the total understanding that we got family across this whole entire map. I got family in Chicago right now. I got family in Alaska. I got family in Inglewood. I got family in Tampa Bay. I got family in South Fort Lauderdale. I got family in Virginia. I got family in Jersey. I got family all across this map. So you cannot sit here and call. There's no way you can even try to cosplay regionally, because all I gotta do is cross-reference you with one of my family members, even if there's regional distinctions I may not be able to pick up. You're not going to pass the Smith test. The Smith test, when I cross-reference you with my family members across this nation, you don't add up. So that's really how we get over on them for those who are up here, because most of us that are from New York, we have family all over this map. So I'm just going to land there and keep it there.
And so just to recap, y'all, I wanna say to us, and then I go to Jake. I want to say to you all, Consuelo, do you have any more of the video clips to play? Because you know you got new people that'll come in. You got any more of the clips to play?
No, I don't. I was just going to.
Hold on, I gotta get you back. I gotta get you back in as co-pilot. Hold on, I didn't notice that. I didn't know. Okay. So now, listen, y'all. Last night I was in a space. And you had Nikki Barnes in there, the head of the FemiNazis. So she's the Hitler of the FemiNazis. And I was intentionally antagonizing her. And she would go from one extreme to the other. And in the midst of that, she was really exposing herself because she wants to be in that much control. That she would go to such an extreme that she would expose real information. And, you know, she always want to act as if everybody's lying and she's telling the truth. Now, me, on the other hand, y'all, I never say anything that I don't tell you outright. Go look it up. Don't just believe nothing that I say. Look it up. Okay? So I'm going to say it to you all again. Nothing that I say to you will I ever tell you to just believe me. No, I'm saying to you, look it up. Okay? And so I was breaking, and the thing that really ticked her off than anything else is the fact that I started educating the guy Orlando on how to go look up who is funding the politicians in his city, which is Milwaukee. And she just went crazy because she didn't want him to learn the process. She wanted to tell me what words that I was supposed to use and then try to move the goalpost to ask questions that didn't have anything to do with the things that we were discussing. Well, I'm way more savvy than that to allow a little pickaninny, a mammy like her to take and twist and turn things that I'm saying. I can stay focused long enough. And so in that conversation, what was being said was that these people are being funded by these contractors and these unions. And then I went further to say that after they're funded by these unions and these contractors and these various people, those dollars are being spent only with a bunch of white companies. And so in the midst of me saying that, she admitted, yes, the black politicians should only spend money with those who have the union bug, just say on their printing companies' literature that they print on behalf of the black politicians. And so what I attempted to say was, well, wait a minute. Well, what about these black companies who that I feel that these black politicians should be buying their literature or having their literature made? She didn't want me to speak on that, so I'm speaking on that today. But what I'm showing you all is that how she's so tied to the Democrat Party that she doesn't even care that the black company, black maybe startup or somebody who has a printing company, she doesn't care if they doesn't get any business. She went on to say that, the black people are catering events. That little smaller money. But do you all know how much money in an election cycle is spent on just literature and street signs and yard signs and all? Man, we talking millions of dollars.
Yes.
But she's saying that because they don't join the white unions, then they shouldn't get any business, and that the black politicians should not give them any business. These are the operatives that I'm going to continue to expose on this app on an ongoing basis. And I'll say to you all a million times, anything that I say to you, go do your research on it. Don't just believe nothing that I say. Get up. Go ask somebody. Go talk to some politician that you can entrust in. Don't believe nothing that I say. Look it up. And you will find out 9 times out of 10 the things that I'm telling you is the truth. And you will find out that she's being disruptive when I'm giving you all this information because she don't want you to know.
Well, let's see if we can play it again, Mark. Let's see. My internet may be a little bit better. Let's see.
Hmm? Other elected
Oh, it's still dragging. Dang. Okay. Did y'all
so
hear
with
that?
that piece right there, she was trying to steer the people away from, at the end of the day, what Democrats are saying is, ICE shot that lady and they were wrong and just vote for the Democrats so we can get more immigrants into this country. Just vote for the Democrats so the Somalis can steal more of our money. Just vote for the Democrats so that the resources that would have normally gone to United States children, mainly Black Americans, would go to ESL students. Spanish-speaking learners, you all. This is what they're pushing. So despite all the things that they're discussing, go to the core of what they're telling you to vote for. And that is to give the future of your children over to immigrant children. And with that, they'll receive their little concessions. This is how they get their contracts. They get them by getting you to go along with the Democrat Party just because, so that they can eat. You get nothing. Mm-hmm. You get a pat on the head. You get a thank you. And in most cases, you don't even get a thank you. It's take care of who they say take care of, because once they deliver, then they get what they want. You get nothing. And now I'm saying to you, even if you decide that you're going to vote Democrat, don't do it just because. Do it because you receive intangible. Do it because you're receiving resources. Do not vote for the Democratic Party just because they said that a candidate is racist. That's not enough. And I'm saying you can go vote for whoever the fuck you choose to go vote for. I'm not telling you who to vote for. I'm saying to you, don't be made a fool of. And that's what they are on the app to do. These feminazis, these goddamn LGBT niggas, a lot of these secret society black folks, they're here to make a fool out of you so they can eat while you starve. And this is exactly what they're pushing.
Let's see if we can get some more of that clip. I was hoping, I do have storms in my area, so that might be a part of why we're not able to get the clips like we usually do, but let's see if it's better. Because this is important. I think we need to make sure people hear how she was talking to you. All right, lost it, you all. You all heard what she was saying.
So that's what I wanted to bring out. She exposed that this campaign is going to be centered around resistance. Mm-hmm. And so I asked the question, so are you saying that the people should organize around resistance in support of the Somalis? That what you are attempting to push, Nikki Bonds? Oh, she just went all the way off her rockers, because I understand that this is what you're trying to accomplish. You are trying to brainwash these people into, no matter what, at the end of the day, go along with more mass immigration, more pedophilia, and whatever else the Democrat Party is pushing at the expense of our. And I keep speaking on Democrats, y'all, because we don't live in Republican cities. Majority of us live in Democrat strongholds. And those Democrat strongholds have offices of New Americans for immigrants. Those majority Democrat cities also are sanctuaries for immigrants. And she even went so far as to tell me there's no such thing as a uniparty. Lady, who the hell do you think you're talking to? I know for a fact that there's Republicans who are partnering with Democrats, pushing for more immigration because their major corporations want that labor. Don't tell me that there's no uniparty. My thing will continue to be to y'all young people or those that don't know. My thing will always be to give y'all the right information so you can go and research it. Then the guy was bringing up about the contracts. She didn't want that information to come out about accessing the contracts. Why the black people in Milwaukee were not receiving the contracts. She doesn't want that information to come out. You know why? Because at the end of the day, we're not going to discuss contracts. We're not going to discuss anything that's happening to the future of black children. We're saying you're going to vote Democrat because we said so. We say Trump is a racist and we're not going to support him, then that's all you need to know. You don't ask about no money. You don't ask about no contracts. I said to her, I said, politics is not about just voting just because. Politics is about money. It's about who get what, when, where, and how. It's not about grandmama and granddaddy did this or did that for the longest. It's not about Dr. King died for the right to vote. The definition of politics translates into who gets what, when, where, and how. And so you're not in front of me are you going to tell young people just because you said so and that they're going to just go along with the Democrat Party. What are you offering? Politics is a quid pro quo relationship.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Mm-hmm. I like to say, Mark, that's just universal reciprocation, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But these people are telling y'all that no matter what goes on, don't you listen to no Mark Carter, don't you listen to Dr. Harriet, you do what the fuck I say do.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm the FemiNazi. Mm-hmm. Because I said so. You don't ask about no money. The money is for me and my bitches. My weak ass, coward ass motherfucking niggas. That's what she's saying to y'all.
Mark, they loving you on YouTube. They loving you on YouTube, Mark. We've been wanting to do this. Keep going. She's like, who is this young, black, intelligent man?
People are literally insane, y'all. They're insane, and they have literally been muscling, and they've been intimidating our people for years. And if you didn't go along with it, you can be look. Let's take men out of the equation. We're gonna take the men out of the equation totally. I'm telling y'all, as black women, when it comes to these feminist bitches, if you don't go along with what the fuck they say do, they will get your ass fired. Y'all better wake up to what the hell is happening to y'all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's a difference between black women and these feminazis.
Mm-hmm. Yes, there is. I'm one of them. Don't put me in there.
They will circle the wagon on you and get you fired. The young lady who's getting ready to have a space in 2 days, go to the chat and read what she said. Don't read the heading of what the room is about. Read what she said just above it. Can somebody read out loud? Read out loud what she said. She said that she's part of the D-Hive.
What's the D-Hive? What's that? What's the D-Hive?
D-Hive, the Democrat Party, the Democrat coalition, the Democrat Party. Read out loud what she said. Somebody go to the chat, pull it up and read what she said. Read it. Look, these people they want to have total control of your mind.
Yes.
Who did they learn it from? They learned it from the Netanyahus of the world. That Zionism is pushing that dictatorship rhetoric. Communism, socialism, all that stuff is centered around you better not say nothing unless we tell you to say it. You better not bring no ideas to the table. We're going to cast it and put your ass out of the circle. You do as you told. He is no different than Hitler. He is no different than Netanyahu. And when she can't get her way, she will go straight the fuck off. Mm-hmm. Y'all better wake up to it. I don't mind being the bad guy to give y'all real information. I wasn't put here to give a fuck, to kiss ass, to go along, to get along. I was born to be the bad guy. You can't shame me.
Can I go real quick? I gotta get back to my lunch.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you got this homo ass nigga, Heartbreaker D, posting our shit up in the Jumbotron.
No. We need good spies. He's a good homosexual spy. Let him keep doing it. Look. The more you let them talk, the more they expose themselves. No, I don't want him to go nowhere. No, I want him to keep posting.
Yeah, fuck him then. We just got to keep in mind, man. It's real Americans against the globe. The globalists is trying to come and take over America, infiltrate it. And I think, I know if we would have dealt with these people during the Civil War and
totally annihilate them, we wouldn't be visiting this type of thing today. But what you see going on is a false flag. If a lot of people don't know what a false flag is, it was done in the Vietnam War, meaning staging a situation so you could escalate it into something else. So that's what we're witnessing. All these corporations, NGOs, George Soros, Wells Fargo, and is behind this social engineering.
Did Gregory say that these are not real protests? These are paid protesters. All this shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wanted to get to that. Uh-huh. These is paid protesters. Matter of fact, they got dolphins linked up, bent over, making a lot with a immigrant sign. You know what I mean? So it ain't no real protesters. However, one thing that I do know is their money ain't that long, because there's no more way. There's no way to where they could finagle cash right now because the government is on it. So they ain't gonna be able to go with this for long. And then what they're trying to do is get genuine people involved, so they don't have to spend no more money. You just put your neck on the line for nothing. But these people is getting paid to do what they're doing. So we gotta definitely keep that in mind. And Black Americans been doing good. We ain't stepping up. We're not fighting. We're doing our own damn thing. Matter of fact, these people is going far as to dress the Mollies up like Black American youth, saying that YNs is out on the street. No, we're not. Why? And we don't even talk to our youth like that, little nigga. We don't do that. You know what I mean? So that's how you could tell that all this is orchestrated. They trying to drag Black Americans into it. And if you pay attention and look at these people that speak it and make it, uploading these videos to TikTok and everything, these people, you can look in their eyes, they mentally unstable. They're mentally unstable. A lot of them is with the LGBT community, some feminists, some trailer park trash, a lot of immigrants up in there. But what you're not seeing is homegrown Americans. And one thing about Black Americans, we're the true patriots of America. We're not, every fight that we fought was a just cause. This ain't a just cause because they broke the law, and now you're standing in the way of government business to correct what took place as they broke the law coming over. They broke the law. Mind your business. You got nothing to do with us. I think some of our people is anxious to get out there and do something because they bored, but don't do nothing. Trust me, we got a bigger fight on our hands, like our ethnic identity, like getting our reparations and everything else. But everything is going good. But I don't pay these people no mind. They trolling right now, and they've been having troll spaces. The so-called bad Democrats, they're having troll spaces for the past 4 months. Now they want to have real political spaces because
Jake, that's why I'm keeping it simple though. See, I'm keeping it real simple so we don't complicate things, right? Keep it real simple. Just keep at the core of what they're pushing.
Yeah, they definitely is what they mayhem, chaos.
No,
that's what they're pushing.
No. That's not at the core of what they're pushing, though, Jake. No, that's not at the core of what at the core of what they're pushing is your replacement. Okay.
Oh yeah.
When they're telling you to vote for the Democrat Party just because they're pushing for these people to get right back in power and let more immigrants into the country, so they never have to deal with reparations. They never have to deal with any issues that our people have been pushing back on. See, our parents did not push the way we're pushing now. Our parents did not push. Look, they see that not only are they having to deal with us as the X generation, that our children, because of these open social media outlets, our children are listening to us and going on TikTok and all the other mediums saying exact things that we're saying. So now they're looking at this for the next 50, 60 years. We're going to have to deal with the pushing back. So for as many years that they had with our parents who didn't push back, they're going to have that many years now of pushback. Because now you got Gen Z, millennials, and the X generation who is pushing back saying no to this bullshit. That shit drives them crazy. They never dealt with this shit. Mark,
I was looking at the CNN with Joyce Reid.
I see you great debate.
Yeah, I was looking at CNN with Joyce Reid, and she was on there, and she was like, if Black people asking for tangibles for their vote, that's how you could tell that they're compromised, or you know what I mean, like as if we ain't supposed to get something for our vote. Everybody else gets something for their vote. So part of voting is voting your pocket. And the last thing that Black Americans should be doing is using our vote to empower our enemy, using our money to empower our enemy. And I'll land there.
Go ahead, great debate.
What's up, OG? I just wanted to give you one stat. You were talking about immigration, correct, earlier when I was listening to your space. With the introduction of the Hart-Celler Act, right, from 1965 to 1990, Black employment rates have dropped over 8.7%, and Black American men and women have lost over $5,000 livable wages. Now, when we look from post-1990 to 2010, we have lost an extra 1,310% skill wage decrease. So essentially, immigration to the Black community is leveling us. We have lost over 26% to 60% livable wages since the immigrants have came in. Look at the Black community post-1965 Hart-Celler. Look at it after. So the one thing that keys all this all together, Mark, is you're right.
Look, Chase Banks said because of immigration and racism, America has lost $17 trillion.
Ooh.
The Black community has lost $4 trillion of immigration since 1965 because we gave the Africans a $230 billion economy. We gave the Indians an almost $1 trillion economy.
But you know where that loss went to?
They all eat off us.
Do you know where that loss went to? You know where the loss went?
They say remittance and send it back to the other people's countries, especially with the Asians, the Chinese, and the Mexicans. So we are essentially paying for immigrants' bills. We're paying for the kids to go to college. We're sending remittance back. We're the catalyst. They use our wealth, and that's why our community, every business is owned by a different entity.
And that's an issue because they haven't created anything, right? We are hosts. They're parasites. They leech onto us because they know they cannot compete with us. So you got right now.
But bring out the part where we are paying to economically stabilize and build these people countries up.
Yes, but and here's how we do. They're taking over industry.
Because Mark, single-handedly, your words, you're trying to save the Black community, and you're actually trying to save Black women. Ever since 1965 Hart-Celler Act, the main people who've been taking Black women jobs of affirmative action, DEI, and other realistic policies have been Asian women and white women. So essentially, you're trying to save Black women, middle class, right now by pushing immigrant out, so they don't have to compete against the African getting the district attorney job that Black women typically get, or all the other positions that Black women get. You're saving the Black community, real shit. I commend you, Mark.
Man, look, because as a man, my natural self is to protect and provide. That's me, just natural. This it comes out of me even when I'm not intentionally trying to do it.
Black people understand what you're doing.
Consuelo was saying something to you.
My bad.
Consuelo was saying something. Go ahead, Consuelo.
Yeah, you have industries that we've created in this country that we should be wealthy, right? And one of them is the tech industry. And so you now have the Indians, the Hindus, the Brahmins, whatever, from India.
And the Africans, the Nigerians be trying to push us out of our positions.
Right.
Oh my God, the Nigerians eventually trying to take our jobs.
Right. And none of them have innovated anything in this country. None of them even created the PC computer and peripherals. None of them have created the security systems. Anything in modern day technology, it has been us. So how is it that All of these immigrants come from their impoverished third world lands or countries. Now, all of a sudden, are running these industries. And then in that, right, they're making sure they hire their own people, and all of the money now gets funneled back to their countries.
Black woman tech worker, a SQL developer in my field will require around $230,000. A black man will require around $230 to $250. The Indian only want $160. Do that 70,000 positions, and do that across 3 states. You have saved over, at least after wages and taxes, just from the wages alone, you have saved probably at least $600 billion over 10 years.
But see, that's how they come in. See, look, never think that these people are fools. So they come in and undercut the game to later go back and then get that pay, the regular pay and some. So don't be fooled by them coming in, taking anything. Because see, that's the way the Mexicans came in. Y'all remember when we were young, they would say, oh, Mexicans work for anything. It was the running joke. Once the Mexicans got their numbers up, they then started demanding for HR positions and positions of control. And what did that bring? It brought power to them to fire our people, and now they're demanding more, bigger salaries. Or better pay attention to the game and the way that it's being played. So they come in, and it's just like in construction. Let me just give y'all a little insight in construction. If I want to beat you beat your number in a bid, I come in and I underbid. I underbid you, just say about $50,000 or $100,000. I win the bid, and then whoever my inside person is, they then give me what's called a change order. That change order during that project can be, in a lot of cases, worth more than both of us initially bid. But we both initially bid it. At any given time, they can dig in the ground and say, well, we got environmental issue or unforeseen issues on this site, and then that developer will then give them that money and some. But that's what these Indians are doing. They're getting in to position themselves to put enough of them there, and once there's enough of them there, then they're gonna start demanding better pay after they got rid of you. They're gonna become your supervisors. They're gonna become the head of HR. They're gonna essentially, at the end of the day, become those who are in charge of hiring and firing. You're gonna look up, and all of y'all gonna be pushed the fuck out. So y'all better wake the hell up. You don't have the luxury to compromise the position of you or your babies at the expense of them and their people and their babies. Send their ass home. They got a country to go back to. I don't have no sympathy for that. Instead of shooting a lady, they should have deported her ass since she was standing up for Somalis. Deport that motherfucker. I don't give a fuck if she is an American citizen. Deport her. You fighting this hard for them? When you get her, get her ass too. Don't shoot her.
That's right, huh? Deport her ass right back to England. Yep.
Let me tell you this real quick. Where you send her? You can send her to Africa. It don't matter. Wherever country you decide to drop her ass off. While the plane is flying up over all them different countries, be throwing their ass about that motherfucking parachute. Get them out of here. Get them motherfuckers out of here. And hey, Willie, you my co-host, man. So even though I can't bring you up, you can speak whenever you get ready. You one of the co-hosts. But I want y'all to know that at the end of the day, what y'all seeing here is people like Nikki Bond, these feminazis, attempting to get you to fight on behalf of illegal immigrants. That is what the end of the day, this is all about. They're still pushing their agenda. Go ahead.
I want to read you a statistic from the immigrations of 2020 that was made by Roy Beck back at the hiring line. And essentially, these are the statistics from the job market, right? From 1980 to 2000, immigration has explained a 60% in Black wage decrease and 25% of a Black employment drop and contribute massively to the incarceration rates. So the same Black men that can go at 18 and graduate and go to that warehouse, go to that manufacturing company, go get a job at 18, can no longer do that because a bunch of Mexicans have came in here because Reagan in the 80s with the Mexicans, 90s with Bush, and they basically gave everything to Black to those immigrants. The black man was hung out to dry. That's why you have the Mark Carters giving you so much raw fucking pushback. Because in their time,
great debate. Watch this. Let me say this to you, right? Because you probably young. Well, you are. You young enough to be my son.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm 25 years younger.
Watch this, bro. Everything that you read in that book, the shit happened to us. We know exactly what it is, what it was, and what it is. Let me say this to you, bro. While they were talking of mass incarcerating us, taking our third grade test scores to determine how many prison cells they were going to build, they were rolling out the plan to send us to jail. Okay? We are the third grade test scores. They were also rolling out, what I meant to say was they were rolling out NAFTA, which was to send all the jobs and companies out of the country so they didn't have to put us to work. See, they couldn't just mass incarcerate us. You had to first starve us. They starved us, pumped the country, pumped the dope in so they could build a prison system off the third grade test scores. There were no opportunities. Look, the way y'all see opportunities open, there were no opportunities for us back in the 90s. These people were literally, I'm talking about black people along with these racist ass Zionists and some of these Republicans, these Uniparty Republicans. They were intentionally making sure that not only with black men, but with black women and children, they were making sure that under welfare reform and NAFTA, that the opportunities were not open. Our people. They were forcing our people. They went so far as to force us to the corners by taking even the basketball rims out of the damn the play lots and shit like that. They were forcing us to the corners. And then saying, well, we're forcing them to the corners because we want to see them because they're selling drugs. No. This shit was so diabolical that y'all weren't even paying attention, y'all, this X generation, that they would literally cut trees down on y'all blocks. Saying that, so we're going to cut these trees down so we can see the dope dealers and gangbangers. But do you know what happened when you cut the trees down on your block? You cut all the trees down. It would then eat the mortar from your home and deteriorate your house. Therefore, you're going to eventually have to sell that house because you don't have the money to upkeep and maintain it. Because the banks are not going to give you loans. It's so many factors that go into this bullshit that I learned over the 30 years that I've been doing this shit. So diabolical, man, that luckily the people have not literally snapped and just went crazy on these people. This is how deep this shit is. And I can say to the younger Democrats,
people is aware of how diabolical that these people